Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Ricardo Tinti. I'm a spiritualist psychoanalyst and humanoterapeuta. And today I would like to talk a little bit about the karma. But I don't want to bring here a religious view of it or bring karma as a punishment. I will use two principles that are on this book, the Kybalion. This is a book that has seven principles, seven universe principles that explain how the entire universe works. At least our universe. I don't know how is the universe. I don't know how are the other universes. But let's get right into it. I'm gonna use this will be my assistant today for you to understand. We have two principles on this book: the principle of polarity and the principle of rhythm. The principle of polarity, it tells us that everything comes in pairs. Everything has a positive and a negative energy. Just think about an atom. An atom has a positive charge and a negative charge, the electron. Just think about right, left, anyway, you can think about it. And we also have the principle of the rhythm. The principle of the rhythm says that tells that everything has a flow. The tide is high, the tide is low. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And the important thing for you to understand, at least I think for you to understand about this principle, is that the measure that you go to the right is the measure that you will go to the left. Why? Now let's bring this to the karma. Keep up with me, let's go. Subscribe and like while you are at it. Now, just think. Here at the top of this triangle, you can think of this as the source, the all. So you are there being part of the all, and then you start to individualize yourself to have experiences here. So you become a spirit out of God. In other words, but I like to say the all. So you have experiences. The higher the frequency, the more subtle is the energy, closer to the source you are, the lower the frequency, more dense things are, more heavier things are, and further from the source you are. So now let's think. Everything has two poles, has a negative and positive charge. So if you want to go up to down here and you want to have this experience here, you will be living this experience, let's say, on the positive side of it. For you to have this experience on the positive side, you will need someone to be on the other end of this energy, on the negative side of this energy, so the experience can happen, because everything here on 3D needs to have two poles to exist. Remember the atom. But the universe is not, how to say, injustice. The universe has justice for everyone. So if you choose to have this experience here, someone needs to be on the other side. So as a just system, in other time of your life, what will happen? You will switch. You will go to the negative side while other person is on the positive side of that experience. But how further will you go to the negative side? You will go, remember the principle of rhythm. The same measure that you go to one side is the measure you will go to the other side. So if you want to experience this, someone needs to experience it on the other side. When you then, as a just system, you will switch. You will experience here and the other person will experience here. And for you to fully understand the experience, you need to experience almost like all of it. But after you experience the extremes, let's say, you understand this. Is the negative extreme worth the pain you endure here? Is it worth the pleasure you have here? Yes, it is. If it is, if you feel like it, you will keep having this experience, and you keep having this experience because that is the, I don't want to say payments, but that's the value of the experience. But the more spiritualized you are, the more higher your frequency, more subtle your experience starts to become, and then the extremes won't be so far away from each other. And that will happen throughout a lot of lives, throughout thousands and thousands of lives. So you will have all the experience, you will be subtle, up to the point you will reach the source. But here we have a 2D, a two-dimensional look of it. But you can think of this triangle as one experience. Then you have other types of experience. You have experience triangles here. Anyway, imagine a lot of triangles all interconnected. So the karma is this just system. Okay, it will be unfair. Okay, fair and unfair. Finally, that's what I was trying to say with just and unjust. As the universe is fair, it wouldn't be fair to someone if all the experience throughout his entire life up to the source would be all on the positive side, and other person would be all on the negative side. No, that wouldn't be fair to anyone. So you will keep exchanging experiences, exchange up to reach here. So that's a way you can look at the karma. It's not punishment. It's just I'm choosing to have this experience. For this experience to happen, I need to have someone on the opposite side of this experience. If you think here of the middle, the distance from the middle will be the same to the right, to the left, to the positive, to the negative. Extreme positive, extreme negative. Subtle. You will reach more the source, and to go there, you just need to feel love, because love is like a universal feeling. So, if that made sense, please write a comment down, like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye!